Today, we are going to be learning about observations with tools. In the table of contents in your notebook, write the date, the topic, and the page number. If you need more time at any point during this video, make sure to pause the video to give yourself more time to process and learn. Let's go to the next slide. In your notebook, write a big header with the topic, which is observations with tools, and make sure we have a brand new page number for today. You can pause the video if you need extra time, but we're going to move on. Review time. Scientific observations use the 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? Think about it. What are the 5 senses? Give you 3 more seconds. Okay, let's go over the answer. The 5 senses are sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. Hopefully you got that right. Today we're learning about scientific observations versus non-scientific observations. So hopefully by the end of this slideshow, you will know the difference between a scientific observation that we're going to be using in science this year and a non-scientific observation that you might use outside of school. Scientific observations use one of the 5 senses and at least one adjective or describing word. What does this look like? I saw that the phone was shiny. Okay, let's break this down. We do have one of the 5 senses. We have saw. I saw that the phone was shiny. That's using your sense of sight. So we do have one of the 5 senses. Good. And we have one adjective or describing word, shiny. I saw that the phone was shiny. This meets the scientific observations requirements. So this sentence is a scientific observation, and it's what your scientific observations will look like in the future. What about this sentence? Dr. Mae Jemison observed that the lemon tasted bitter. Is this a scientific observation or not? Let's break it down. We do have one of the 5 senses. We have taste, and we have one adjective or describing word. So this sentence is a scientific observation because we have both one of the 5 senses and an adjective. Okay, scientific observations use one of the 5 senses and at least one adjective or describing word. You need to write this down in your notebook. So pause this video right now, take a pencil, and write this down in your notebook. You should have that definition written down in your notebook by now. We're going to move on to the next slide. Let's practice. True or false? The next sentence is a scientific observation. Dr. Priscilla Chan felt that the table surface was smooth. Remember, you're asking yourself, does it have one of the 5 senses? Does it have an adjective or describing word? It needs both of these things. Scientific observation or not? Pause this video if you need more time to think. We're going to move on to the answer. True. That sentence was a scientific observation. Let's go over why it was a scientific observation. Dr. Priscilla Chan felt, this is one of the 5 senses, it's touch, that the table surface was smooth. Now this is an adjective. Adjectives are just describing words. Dr. Priscilla Chan is describing how the table felt. The table felt smooth. So this is a scientific observation. The sentence has one of the 5 senses and a describing word. So we're good here. Okay, let's try another one. True or false? The next sentence is a scientific observation. Mario Molina tasted the chocolate. Ask yourself, does it have one of the 5 senses? Does it have an adjective or describing word? Think about it. Scientific observation or non-scientific? If you need more time to think, please pause this video and think about it. Really think. You can't learn if you're not thinking. Okay, let's go over the answer. False. This is not a scientific observation. Mario Molina tasted the chocolate. Okay, we do have one of the 5 senses. We have taste. But where's the describing words? Where's the adjectives? How does the chocolate taste? I don't know. It could have been the best chocolate he's ever tasted and I wouldn't know. Okay, so this is not a scientific observation. We're missing a describing word. Okay, look at the timer. How much time do we have? Note it in your brain. Use this time to sort the cards with your partner. You should have a stack of cards on your table. Which sentences are scientific observations and which sentences are non-scientific observations? Remember, does the sentence have one of the 5 senses? Does the sentence have an adjective or describing word? Those are the questions you're trying to answer. If you've reached this part of the video and your partner isn't here yet, they're still watching the video, maybe they had to pause for whatever reason, maybe they're in the bathroom, you can get started. You can grab the cards, maybe you can set them up, maybe you can clean up your own things. Just make sure that you're being productive during this time without your partner.